Ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite you into a powerful thought, a new way of looking at the beginning of each day. What if you could start your day in a way that sets the tone for everything that follows? What if the first moment your eyes open, you take a deep breath and remember that today is an opportunity, not just for you to live your life, but for something greater to guide you? It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of life. The emails, the messages, the demands, and the endless to-do lists. We've all been there. We wake up, jump into our routines, and our minds start racing, trying to anticipate what's ahead. But what if, instead of rushing into the day with your own plans, you simply stopped, breathed, and surrendered the day to something more? What if you invited God to take over your thoughts, your actions, and your energy right from the moment you wake? Imagine that for just a moment, letting go of the need to control and allowing God to guide every step, every conversation, every decision. This isn't about passivity. This is about trust. It's about recognizing that there is a force, a presence greater than our own will, and it's ready to guide us toward a higher path. I want you to think of your mind as a garden. In the quiet of the morning, before the noise of the world invades, you have an opportunity to plant seeds. But what kind of seeds will you plant? The seeds of fear, doubt, and stress, or seeds of peace, faith, and trust? You see, when we start our day with God, we're giving permission for our minds to align with something greater than the chaos that tries to pull us in every direction. We're opening the door to guidance that's already there. We don't have to fight for it. It's always present, always available. The question is, are we ready to receive it? Imagine, just for a moment, that your thoughts aren't your own, that you have the ability to step aside and let God take over. Picture the clarity that would come when you stop trying to figure it all out on your own. When you stop relying only on your own understanding and allow the infinite wisdom of the universe to direct your every move. It's a choice. It's a choice to put your trust in God's plan, even when you don't see the full picture. It's a choice to believe that your path is already set, that you don't need to push or fight to make things happen. All you need to do is open yourself up and trust that the right people, the right opportunities, and the right outcomes will find their way to you. When you wake up tomorrow, take a deep breath and say to yourself, "Today, I let God take over. I release my need for control. I trust that the wisdom I need will come, that the right actions will unfold, and that I am exactly where I need to be." Start your day with intention. Start your day with God. And watch how, step by step, He leads you, guides you, and transforms your life. Let go. Trust. And allow today to be a day of divine flow. Starting your day with intention means consciously choosing how you want to approach the day ahead. It's easy to let the morning slip away in a haze of autopilot routines, checking your phone, rushing to get ready, or immediately diving into tasks. But what if instead of allowing the day to control you, you took a moment to set the tone for what's to come? When you start your day with intention, you create a sense of purpose right from the very first moments. You take charge of your energy, thoughts, and mindset before the world's demands start pulling you in different directions. The simple act of pausing and being present in the morning opens up the space for you to connect with your deeper self, your higher power. It's about choosing to move through the day with awareness rather than allowing distractions to determine your direction. When you set your intentions in the morning, you make a deliberate decision about the mindset you'll carry with you. Whether it's choosing gratitude, setting an intention to stay calm, or focusing on a particular goal, this act of intentionality shifts your energy and focus. What's important is that you're being proactive instead of reactive. When you set the intention for your day, you're establishing the foundation for everything that follows. It's not about controlling every outcome, but about aligning your actions and thoughts toward a greater purpose. Intentionality is the spark that can transform a mundane day into something purposeful, meaningful, and fulfilling. Letting go of control is one of the most powerful acts we can take each day. The natural instinct is often to hold tight, to try and manage every situation, and to force outcomes based on our expectations. However, when we try to control every aspect of our lives, we also limit the possibilities that can unfold. It's a paradox. The more we try to control, the less we actually feel in control. Life has a way of throwing curveballs that remind us that we cannot predict or micromanage every moment. In those moments, the act of surrender becomes liberating. Releasing control doesn't mean abandoning responsibility. It's about trusting that the universe, or a higher power, is unfolding things as they are meant to be. When we hold tightly to the need to control, we often miss the opportunities that are right in front of us. By letting go, we open up space for new experiences, new people, and new perspectives to enter our lives. It's about shifting from a mindset of fear to one of trust and faith. When you let go of control, you allow yourself to be present in the moment, free from the anxiety of the what ifs and the constant need to have everything figured out. The more we surrender, the more we realize that life has its own flow. And when we align with it, things often unfold in ways we couldn't have anticipated. The stress and pressure we put on ourselves to make everything go exactly as planned often prevent us from seeing the bigger picture. Letting go isn't about being passive. It's about opening up to the idea that there's a bigger plan at work, one that might be far better than anything we could have controlled ourselves. Inviting divine guidance into your day is a practice that shifts the entire way you experience life. Rather than navigating the day based solely on your limited perspective, you allow something greater to influence your thoughts, decisions, and actions. It's about acknowledging that there is a higher power, a wisdom beyond your own understanding that can help guide you through each challenge and choice. This invitation isn't a passive act. It requires a conscious decision to open yourself up to the idea that there is a force much greater than your own will that can provide clarity and direction. When you invite divine guidance, you're letting go of the need to have all the answers, and instead, you trust that the right insights, inspiration, and opportunities will come when needed. It's not about waiting for a specific sign or intervention. It's about having faith that guidance will come through in subtle ways, whether in the form of a gut feeling, an unexpected conversation, or a moment of clarity. This trust allows you to step forward with a sense of peace, knowing that you are not alone in making decisions. By inviting divine guidance, you're acknowledging that you don't have to rely on your own strength and intellect alone. You allow yourself to be open to the infinite wisdom that is available to you. This shift in perspective can completely transform your experience of life. Instead of being driven by fear, pressure, or doubt, you begin to operate from a place of trust, knowing that your path is being illuminated for you. It helps remove the burden of perfectionism, knowing that you don't have to have all the answers or control the outcomes. Trusting in God's plan is an act of surrender, one that requires deep faith and an understanding that there is a greater purpose unfolding, even when we don't see it. It's easy to get caught up in the urgency of life, to want things to happen according to our own timeline and our own vision. We often measure success by the immediate results we see, but real trust is built on the belief that there is a larger, more intricate plan at play. Trusting in God's plan means letting go of our desire for immediate control and allowing things to unfold as they are meant to, even when the journey doesn't look exactly as we expected. When we trust in God's plan, we recognize that every experience, whether it feels positive or negative, serves a purpose. Sometimes challenges and setbacks are the very things that push us toward growth and transformation. What might seem like an obstacle in the moment could be a stepping stone to a greater understanding, a new opportunity, or a deeper connection with our purpose. Trusting God's plan is not about avoiding discomfort or hardship. It's about having faith that these experiences are part of a bigger picture we may not yet fully understand. This trust also brings with it a sense of peace because we no longer have to fight against the flow of life. We stop trying to control every outcome and instead allow ourselves to be guided. Trusting in God's plan frees us from the need to constantly worry, struggle, and push. Instead, we surrender to the knowledge that we are exactly where we need to be, that everything is happening in divine timing, and that every step, no matter how small or difficult, is leading us towards something greater. Aligning your mind with a higher purpose is about moving beyond the surface level of daily tasks and connecting with something deeper, something that transcends your immediate desires and concerns. It means shifting your focus from just getting through the day to living each moment with a sense of intentionality, awareness, and understanding that there is a greater meaning to everything you do. When you align your mind with a higher purpose, you begin to see each action, no matter how small, as part of a larger plan. This perspective helps you navigate challenges with grace, knowing that every experience is an opportunity to learn, grow, and contribute to a greater good. Living with a higher purpose doesn't necessarily mean having a grand, world-changing vision. It can be as simple as recognizing the impact of your daily choices on yourself, others, and the world around you. When you focus on aligning your thoughts with a deeper purpose, you start to make decisions that reflect your values, your beliefs, and your unique role in the world. You stop reacting to life in a way that is purely driven by personal gain or external validation, and instead, you act with a sense of fulfillment and integrity. By aligning your mind with a higher purpose, you start to experience a shift in your energy and your approach to the world. Your interactions become more meaningful, your challenges seem more manageable, and your sense of fulfillment deepens. This alignment brings clarity and focus, helping you to see the bigger picture, to step away from distractions and to focus on what truly matters. It creates a sense of peace because you are no longer pulled in 1,000 different directions, but instead are centered on a purpose that resonates deeply within. Choosing peace over chaos is a conscious decision to protect your mental and emotional well-being, especially in a world that often feels overwhelming and unpredictable. Every day we are faced with external stresses, work demands, relationships, responsibilities, and internal conflicts, fears, anxieties, and doubts. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind, to let the noise of the world dictate how we feel. But choosing peace is about creating an internal sanctuary, a place where, despite external circumstances, you can remain grounded, calm, and centered. This choice doesn't mean ignoring the challenges or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about recognizing that you have the power to control your response to situations. Peace comes from within, not from the world around you. It's about stepping away from reactions based on fear, frustration, or stress, and instead responding from a place of calm and clarity. Choosing peace means deciding that no matter how chaotic things may get, you will not allow them to dictate your emotional state. You will not let external circumstances take away your inner tranquility. When you make peace your priority, it becomes easier to navigate difficult situations with a clear mind and a compassionate heart. It doesn't mean avoiding conflict or hardship, but instead, it allows you to face these moments with a sense of resilience and equanimity. By choosing peace, you learn to let go of the need to control every outcome and trust that, regardless of what happens, you are capable of finding calm within yourself. This shift in mindset frees you from the constant tug of anxiety and stress, allowing you to approach each day with a sense of balance, purpose, and peace. Surrendering to the flow of the day means releasing the need to force or control every moment, and instead allowing yourself to be guided by the natural rhythm of life. Life has its own ebb and flow, times of activity and times of rest, moments of challenge and moments of ease. When we try to force things to happen, or when we resist the natural course of events, we create unnecessary tension and struggle. Surrendering doesn't mean being passive or indifferent. It's about trusting that, just as nature has its seasons, your life also unfolds in cycles. There is a time for action and a time for stillness, and understanding which of these is needed can transform the way you experience your day. When you let go of the need to micromanage every detail, you begin to experience a sense of freedom. You realize that not everything needs to be planned out or controlled for it to turn out as it's meant to. By surrendering, you give yourself permission to be fully present in the moment, to respond with ease, and to trust that everything is unfolding as it should. This allows you to stop fighting against what is happening and instead to move with it, adapting to the changes and challenges that come your way without resistance. Surrendering to the flow doesn't mean giving up or being passive in your efforts, but rather understanding that there is a larger plan at play. It's about being flexible and accepting that things might not always go according to your exact expectations, yet still believing that the day will work itself out in the best possible way. By surrendering to the flow of the day, you stop wasting energy on unnecessary struggles and open yourself up to new possibilities and opportunities that would otherwise pass you by. Planting seeds of faith, not fear, is about consciously choosing where to direct your thoughts and energy. In every moment, you have the ability to plant thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that will grow and shape your reality. When you plant seeds of fear, you invite negativity and doubt into your life. Fear can hold you back, cloud your judgment, and make you hesitant to take action. It thrives on uncertainty and can paralyze you from moving forward. However, when you choose to plant seeds of faith, you create space for hope, trust, and confidence to take root. Faith allows you to believe in the unseen, to trust that everything is unfolding as it should, and to move through life with the assurance that you are supported, no matter the circumstances. Choosing faith over fear doesn't mean ignoring the reality of challenges or pretending that everything is always easy. It means making a decision to believe in the best possible outcomes, even in the face of adversity. When you plant seeds of faith, you start to shift your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles, and you develop the resilience to face setbacks without letting them define you. Planting seeds of faith also involves nurturing them with positive thoughts, affirmations, and actions that align with your beliefs. Faith is not passive. It requires consistent effort to feed and grow it. The more you focus on faith, the more it expands in your life, replacing fear and doubt with certainty and peace. By actively choosing faith, you create a foundation that supports you through life's ups and downs, helping you stay grounded and aligned with your higher purpose. Believing in divine timing is an essential part of developing trust in the greater plan for your life. In a world that often feels driven by deadlines, expectations, and the pressure to make things happen quickly, it's easy to forget that not everything needs to happen on our time. Divine timing is the understanding that events unfold when the time is right, and there is wisdom in allowing life to happen in its own time. It's a practice of surrender, of recognizing that you are not in control of the clock, and that sometimes waiting is just as important as taking action. When you believe in divine timing, you shift from a mindset of impatience to one of patience and trust. You stop forcing things to happen and begin to understand that everything comes into your life at the right moment, even if that moment isn't what you expected. This belief allows you to release the pressure of making things happen according to your own schedule and instead embrace the flow of life. It's about trusting that every step, every delay, every detour is part of a greater plan that is unfolding in perfect timing. This belief doesn't mean passivity or inaction. Rather, it's an understanding that there is a rhythm to life that you must align with. When you believe in divine timing, you recognize that there are seasons of preparation, seasons of waiting, and seasons of action. Instead of rushing ahead, you take the time to prepare, to grow, and to trust that the right opportunities and experiences will come when you are truly ready. You begin to let go of the anxiety of needing things to happen immediately and embrace the peace that comes with knowing that timing is working in your favor. Embracing the present moment is one of the most powerful practices we can engage in each day. Too often we get caught up in either the past or the future, dwelling on past mistakes, regrets, or missed opportunities, or worrying about what lies ahead. We allow our thoughts to spiral into what-if scenarios, focusing on things that are out of our control. However, the only true moment we have is right now. The present moment is where life is happening, and it is in the present that we can make the most significant impact on our own well-being and the world around us. When you fully embrace the present, you free yourself from the burdens of the past and the anxiety of the future. You stop living in a constant state of what happened or what could happen. And instead, you engage in the fullness of what is happening right now. This shift requires mindfulness, a practice of staying aware and focused on the present moment, regardless of distractions. It's about being completely in the here and now, whether you're eating a meal, having a conversation, or simply taking a breath. The more you practice being present, the more you realize how much of your life has been lived in a haze of distractions and unimportant worries. Embracing the present moment also means accepting it as it is, without judgment. It means letting go of the need to constantly change, fix, or improve things. Life, as it is right now, is exactly how it needs to be. This acceptance doesn't mean that you stop striving for improvement or that you become complacent. Rather, it means finding peace in the current moment, regardless of external circumstances. When you can accept things as they are, you let go of resistance, and resistance is often the cause of much of our suffering. By embracing the present, you stop fighting against reality and start living in harmony with it. The beauty of the present moment is that it is all we truly have. The past is gone, and the future hasn't arrived. Our power lies in how we choose to experience the present. When you focus on the present, you begin to see the beauty in everyday life, the small moments, the fleeting experiences, the sensations, and the interactions that might otherwise go unnoticed. Whether it's the feeling of the sun on your skin, the sound of a loved one's voice, or the joy of a simple task done mindfully, the present moment holds infinite treasures if we are willing to stop and notice them. Living in the present moment doesn't mean ignoring the future or abandoning plans, but rather being conscious of how you are engaging with the present in relation to the future. When you are present, you make better decisions because you are fully aware of what is happening around you and how your actions are affecting the world. The more present you are, the more intentional your actions become. You stop moving on autopilot, reacting to life with automatic responses, and instead you respond with awareness, clarity, and purpose. In embracing the present moment, you also begin to recognize the interconnectedness of everything. Each moment is part of a greater whole, and by focusing on the present, you see that everything you do is a part of something bigger than yourself. The small choices you make today create ripples that affect your future and the lives of those around you. Embracing the present moment allows you to step into your life fully, experiencing it with depth, richness, and meaning. It invites you to live not as a passive observer, but as an active participant in the unfolding of your own journey.